So I was going to wait to comment on this, but I just couldn't. He's absolutely right. Comment. You hardly see men saying we don't need a woman. You never hear any woman in any other community saying they don't need their men except black women. And he's absolutely right. Quick history lesson. White women's liberation movement. You don't know anything about it, I would tell you to pick up a few books and read about it because it has never benefited black women. It benefited white women, right? As did affirmative action. So here's the quick synopsis, right? Back in the day, white women decided that they wanted equality. They no longer wanted to just be in the house, be stay-at-home moms. So they started this whole movement of burn your bra, equal pay, yada, yada, yada. And they brought in all these other ethnicities. Specifically, they also brought in black women. Now, here's the thing. Black women took that movement and compounded it on steroids. Now you have black women screaming, I need the bag, this, that, and this, and that, and the other, right? But let's be clear as to why this is happening. Racism. And institutionalized racism to be exact. The reason you don't hear these other ethnicities screaming about that is because they understand in order to build real generational wealth, right, you're going to need a two-party system to do it. We are the only ethnicity that are quick to talk about how we can do shit alone, but we still don't have the finances, the wealth, or the power that they do. Just take a moment and simmer on that. That is why, almost 200 years after slavery, and I understand, right, things like racism and other things have caused us to continue to be an issue. But we're making the work easy for them by saying things like we don't need one another. By saying, go get the money. Money is great, but guess what's even greater? When you can build together. Because two bags are better than one. And for a lot of you, you're going to disagree with me, and that's fine, right? But here's my attitude. Go read. Go read about the white women's liberation movement. Go read about how this racist institution caused black women to be single mothers and still to this day, the least desired of all the ethnicities and the least likely to be married. You're making it easy for them, sis. Here's my advice. Work on yourself. Vet better. And stop saying you don't need anybody, because you do. You're tired, you're sad, you're bitter. I see it all on the internet. That's my comment for the day. Let's dish. Because I'm sure there's going to be someone on this platform that's going to come and tell me I'm wrong. And then I'm going to give them a list of books they can read so they can figure it out for themselves.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Black women have a hell of a lot to learn. Not all, obviously.
Yeah, we generalize.
But we definitely need to factory reset our brains to the original setting. Literally.
Easier said than done. For
Definitely.
example, my point is this, right? 60, 70 years ago, our grandmothers were sold a dream.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have access to the information the way we do now.
Yeah.
Now, being dumb today is a choice. They were sold, kick your man out the house. White woman was like, we need your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Black men never had dominance or any power. We were just getting out of the efferys, right? Of the situation. I get it. If the government offers you all these things for free, if you just go kick your man out, a lot of women, maybe I would have took it if I was in that particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say because I wasn't there, but I understand to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
If you're being dumb today, that's a choice. That's up to you. There's information. What do you want to add?
Well, let's be honest. To the black women, no other race that I have even personally seen, and I see a lot on the internet as well, I see a lot around me, and I've yet to see another race of women put their men down like black women do.
Ninjas ain't ish.
Tell black men that they ain't ish. We don't need a man.
They scream
and all of that
at the top of their lungs.
Exactly. And all of that other crap that they say. The way I hear black women talk about black men, to be honest with you, it's really disgusting. It's really disgusting to
my
hear.
thing, it's horrible, right? But at the same time, it's like, but don't you have sons? Don't you have like
A father,
if I'm dating a woman, right?
brother.
If I'm dating a woman, for example, right, and it's a black woman, any woman, let me say that, right? And she's saying the way if she's speaking about men in such a negative way, that's a clear indicator about the men in her life. It's clear that maybe daddy ain't there, maybe daddy's some beta male brothers. If I see her speak about men in such a negative way, I get the gist of you. I get it. And for the young men that are not seasoned, if you ever hear women saying ninjas and ish, particularly women that resemble you, even if you hear a woman from a different culture, Snow Bunny, Latino, whoever, different culture, and she's speaking of men in such a negative way, then how would she view you? If you have a son with her, that means she viewed the son in the same way.
Yeah, and you too.
Exactly.